three missing Montgomery College students continues in Frederick County.
And I got to play with your wand. It was great.
Definitely
Yep.
fun.
Oh, keep going.
Hey guys, we're back for girl, we did this before. This is our first end of the year recap episode. See, I'm in my Blu-ray Tuesday phase, girl.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, so back to footage foreplay. We have a special episode today. We are gonna recap 2024. We had hella different great movies that dropped this year, and I'm excited to talk about each and every one of our tops in a way. So we're gonna do this a little bit non-traditionally. I'm not sure how Oksana, how you have yours. Do you have yours as the top 5?
Yeah.
You do? Okay, in order. Okay, cool. So
I'm not the one who complicates things. That's
yeah.
Russell.
So it might be,
What the fuck?
mine's kind of complicated too, surprisingly, but we'll get into that shortly. But
Roasted.
Oh, great.
oh my god, Evan. Well, happy New Year's, everybody. How y'all all doing before we get into this? Y'all have a good New Year's? Bringing the new year really good?
Yeah.
Evan?
I watched movies trying to play catch up for this. I didn't party or do anything special. I just
You
watched
didn't?
movies. Just
You
watched
eat nothing
movies.
good, like a nice roasted squirrel?
I mean, today I have my black eyed peas today. I'm a good
Black
Southerner,
Eyed Peas,
you know?
they still
Yeah.
make music?
What? No, I didn't listen to Let's Get Retarded. I
Oh,
fucking ate.
whoa,
well, that's
hard
your
R.
life. I mean,
I ate black eyed peas, the Southern tradition.
I
on
like
New
that.
Year's.
Oh, the food, girl. I ain't had Black Eyed Peas in a long time, but they good.
They're
Good.
hella good. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But you have it with some ham hocks. What else you have it with?
We put sausage in these.
Sausage. What kind of sausage?
Canekas, dude. Caneka
Who?
sausage.
Bitch, I'm
Caneka.
done with you. 'cause it's
Okay,
probably
hold on.
squirrel.
No. It ain't
It's probably
squirrel.
a squirrel.
I just want to shout out to Kaneka sausage.
What is a Kaneka
Fucking, I'm pulling them up to show you right now. It'll change your life, dude. I don't even know if you can get them in the
Girl.
bank. True Southern
Let me
flavor.
see. What's it look like? Is it spicy? Because I'm here for some spice.
Those
they
are
got.
good.
You want the smoked sausage? Yeah. You want the fucking hickory
I've never.
smoked
What
or
is
the
that? I
spicy?
don't think I've seen that before. The yellow
Oh, they're
bag.
good. They're good. That's the ones right there. The hickory smoked. That's the ones you want.
Okay, moving on. So you had.
Good shit.
All right, Oksana, how was your New Year's, girl? I know you celebrate Christmas Part 2 on New Year's, girl. How was that?
Yeah, my family does Christmas on New Year's. It was good. I mean, I got to see my sister and nephew. They live like in Modesto, aka Hell, so we don't see them super often.
Yeah.
So they came up. It was good. We cut it early because Cliff was melting, so we had to get home to put him in bed.
So watch Cars.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah.
That's our life.
We're all like memorizing the script by this point. I think Cars on the
Oh
Road.
my
is, like,
god.
His
So y'all living it.
Yeah.
Dude, let's write an in-world camera, version of the show and pitch it to Pixar.
Mhm.
That's what they're
Russell,
doing
how
now.
was your New Year's, girl? Your New Year's got any resolutions? What's going on with you, girl?
Oh, fuck. You want to know my resolution? I do
I
have
don't have any. I don't do those. But what you do have one? What is it?
You're going to hate it. Or love it. And this is real, by the way. I actually would have completely forgot to bring this up, but I was going to ambush everybody with like what's our resolution this year thing. Mine is to respond to people in a timely manner with my phone.
Oh, good, because you don't respond to me.
God, on Instagram and stuff, it's been so terrible. But like, if I'm gonna try and edit and market myself as one as an editor, I need to be more diligent with that. And this is the year. That's gonna be
You need to organize those tabs too.
Yep, dude. Tell me about it. It was going to be to lose weight, but you know what? I got that part-time job to get some Ozempic, so.
Fuck yeah, dude.
All right. So before we get started and we go over our tops of the year, let's all take a cheers. I'm gonna pop this open, girls. All cheers to 2025.
Wait,
All right,
did
let's
Evan
do
have
it.
a resolution?
Uh,
I don't remember. Did I miss that?
Oh no, I just threw that on. I have a resolution for him, but we don't get to that at the end.
Oh,
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys. And thank you guys all for listening and watching us all through 2024, girl. 2025 is going to be even better. But cheers.
I can assure you, whatever this resolution is, I'm not fulfilling it. Whatever Terrell's got.
Yes, you are, bitch. Anyways.
I guess.
Anyways, yeah, let's get
Probably to-
started.
Try to not smoke on camera or something.
We're gonna go. We're gonna go around in a circle, and we're gonna get into these top movies of the year. Let's start with Oksana. We're gonna go like our regular episode, in our order that way. And let's start with your top number 5.
My number 5 is Hellboy the Crooked Man.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Damn.
that's crazy. Oh, good.
I-
I didn't know that was gonna make your top 5, girl.
It's the first Hellboy movie I finished. I've never read the comics or anything, but that one was just like, I still think about some of the imagery from it, even though sure it had flaws and everything, but I really enjoyed it.
Wow.
Yeah,
I haven't even seen this one yet, but it just came out on Blu-ray a couple weeks ago. Very bare bones, but it did drop, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, we got one
this
at least.
wasn't a theatrical thing, so I think this was like straight to VOD.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
straight to
I'm glad
VOD.
it even got a Blu-ray.
It was like, it felt like a fantasy movie, like an adventure, like on the road kind of movie with monsters. I don't know.
Like a
Didn't it have
Cars on the Road
witchcraft?
kind of movie.
Was there witchcraft
There was
in
trains.
this?
Witchcraft? Yeah. Is there? It's like I don't
It's
know.
like a witch.
Like
Yeah.
how similar or different it is to other Hellboy movies. Like I said, it's the first one I finished, but like, yeah, the transformation, this one that's playing right now in the trailer,
Mhm.
where she's like an animal transforming back into her human form.
Yeah.
That and like one other scene, it's just, I don't know. They had a lot of good like kind of like horrific body moments and
It
effects.
was just floating.
Yeah.
So how was this Hellboy compared to? Oh well, you said you didn't see the other ones.
Yeah.
Because I know Perlman, whatever his name is, he played the other Hellboys in the other movies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And they
Ron
recasted
Perlman.
him. Ron Perlman is that his
Yeah.
name?
Yeah,
And they
yeah.
recasted him with this man. I was gonna say, can you compare them? How they? But
This one is like, he's smaller. That's
Yeah.
about
is this a prequel or did he lose weight?
It's like
Like,
the
this was-
Abercrombie and Fitch Hellboy. This guy, look at him.
It's basically a reboot.
Clean,
Okay.
dude. Look at him.
Yeah.
Rugged but clean. You know?
Okay. Ooh.
No, he's good.
Never mind.
Hellboy kind of, it's more true to the comic. I do want to mention that when I covered this on the show,
Mhm.
I immediately got a bunch of people correcting me that Ron Perlman is not French. It feels so stupid that I said that now. But I just want to point out that we do have 2 producers on this show who always leave me hanging. They let me get
I
enough
mean,
rope. Just
Sorry, I just thought I had confidence that you knew what you were
I
talking
know.
about. You know?
Yeah, Evan did believe me, so it's my fault. But yeah, apparently he's from New York and American. So
Oh,
thank
he
you.
a New Yorker?
I guess I'm probably
Yeah.
wrong. Can somebody
Makes
look
sense. He was in that.
Yeah,
he was in
'cause-
that Fessenden movie. The one of the last winter. One of the ones I actually don't really like that much. But
The other
Fessenden,
movies
you know,
watch,
an
I don't
upstate
like
New
that
York
much.
guy.
Yeah,
Ron
speak-
Perlman, place of birth.
Yeah, I
Apparently, Washington Heights of New York, New York.
New York. All right, I'm right every now and then, like a broken clock. Yeah, but mentioning movies that Evan likes, I have no idea what the fuck his top 5 is gonna look like.
No, I can't wait. His
No.
turn is up next. All right, what's your number 5, Evan? I can't wait to be disappointed. But let's go.
All right, so my number 5 is a movie that I don't think any of you have seen.
Shocker.
Probably not.
It's called American Meltdown. It's
God.
it's from 2020. Well, actually I saw it in 2023 at a film festival,
Mm.
and it just came out this year. The dude who made its class act, Andrew Adams, I had the pleasure of bunking with him at my hostel in Chattanooga, where
What
my
the
short
hell?
film
You
played.
at a hostel?
Yeah, I stayed at a hostel.
Like the
up there.
movie?
Yeah, like where you share, you know, it's like a shared living space that you stay in with people.
I never seen that in person.
Yeah, it's cool. I liked it. It was a cool experience. But this movie is really cool. It's and you can watch it on several streaming services now: Freebie, Tubi, Roku, Prime. But this girl basically is kind of she's at a loss in her life. She's like she loses her job and is like having trouble like making ends meet, you know, and she just like doesn't know what to do or who to turn to. And she meets this girl who's like a small time criminal, and she sort of starts like doing crime with this girl, and she gets in over her head during this whole thing. But it radically, over the course of these events of her starting this little you know, foray into small time crime, it radically changes her life by the end of it. Like, she becomes a different person by the end, and their relationship, their friendship sort of you know, implodes, maybe is the right word, by the end. And but it's a cool watch, and it's a very timely, like, kind of, you know, deals with a lot of stuff that's going on politically and you know, in society and everything right now.
Is this
in
a
the
horror
United
movie?
States. It's not. It's more of a, like, I would say, like a crime thriller, and it's got a good bit of laughs in it too. But the performances are all really, really solid, and it was made on a really small budget, but you wouldn't guess that looking at it. It looks great, and is mixed great. Like, it's just a really good quality indie flick. And
Okay. This poster is not, you know.
I don't
basically
really like the
everything you
poster,
said,
if I'm being
the
honest.
poster's not giving what you just gave. So I
Yeah,
don't
this
know.
this poster is the production company's poster. Let me see if I can find American Meltdown movie. There was another poster that they had for the festival that I actually liked better. It was this
Okay.
one. Yeah.
Okay.
This yellow, and with it just felt more true to the
Yellow's your
the
color this
movie.
episode
Hang on,
with
let
the
me
hot
find it.
dogs and now this poster.
bigger one.
All right.
That does look more like a genre movie too.
Yeah. This poster is you know, the distribution company, I mean, is who gave it this poster. Which,
Yeah.
that's what they do, you know. But the movie's really solid, and I really recommend it. It's, like I said, available to watch on several different places, and I think you should.
Nice. That's something I've never heard of, so that's interesting. It looks like it could be good. Okay.
It is. I think you would actually really like this, Terrell. Be up your alley.
All right, Russell, you up. I can't wait to hear yours, girl.
Oh shit.
By the way, I should state all of these 5 stars from me that I'm giving today.
Oh, me too, just so y'all know.
So, yeah. That way I don't have to say it every time. Just they're all 5 stars. But okay, yeah, go ahead, Russ. What you got?
Fuck. Are all of mine 5 stars? I think I have one on here that might not be. So, hi. If you've followed my past top 5 lists on the Overlook Hour, you know I like to complicate everything. From my 5-star rating, it can't just be simple. I got to make it engaging and exciting for me, and apparently nobody else. So this year, I'm not doing a top 5. I'm doing 5 categories. One of them I'm still working on. And I feel like if I mention the title, it'll be a giveaway. So I'm not going to.
Okay.
Instead, I normally like to allow people to pick, but I think with this one, I'm just going to go genre. So this will be my favorite genre film of 2024. And I got to tell you, if you've been listening to the show, you know me and Terrell, we went, to like the theater every fucking week, and there was a new movie that we just loved. And so many of them didn't even come close to being mentioned by me. So I really wanted to pick ones that I thought I didn't see a lot of people giving love to, that I especially loved, or that I got mad at other people in the theater that we were with because I think they're stupid because they started yelling throughout the movie. So for a genre film, I have to give it to In a Violent Nature, which
Oh, he took mine.
Oh, it's fine. Hey.
It's okay. I got extras.
Dude. Hey, we can have overlap. The thing
burlap. Hey, because he wears burlap. Thanks, folks.
Oh my God. No rim shot for yourself, dude. So In a Violent Nature, I had to pick this one. I think the slasher genre is, horror movies are the dumping ground for critics, and they go there and they can just hate on everything and nobody will care. And then horror fans normally can hate on 2 genres, specifically found footage horror, which, we made a fucking film fest about because that's what we do, and slasher films. They get absolutely no respect. And I just love that In a Violent Nature kind of didn't change a fucking thing on paper about the genre. All the tropes are intact. It's just the way we looked at it. And we were anchored to the killer. We're always rooting for the killer anyway. I thought it was such a good expression of format and tropes and genre in general. And I really think it's unrivaled. I did hear that they had lost the complete movie at one
Wait,
point
what?
and had to shoot the whole thing again. Yeah.
I didn't hear that. That must be
Yeah,
new.
so there's a lot of stories floating around that this is kind of another thing that I want to touch on in 2024 is just bandwidth. I haven't had a lot. So these are also movies that really stuck with me. And God, I really haven't dug deep on any of them. But In a Violent Nature, that story hit me from other people. The rare few. Honestly, I thought that movie was going to get more love.
A lot of people didn't
Obviously,
like it.
Terrell gets it, and Oksana liked it, right?
Yeah.
I think you would too, Evan. But yeah,
It's
In a Violent
streaming on
Nature is
Shudder.
definitely on there.
Mhm.
All right, yeah, I'm done with that. I think
All
I don't
right.
know how to close this out.
All right. So I'm up next. So again, kind of similar to Russell, but I'm still 2024 for me, like he said, went to movies like every other week, and I loved everything. Like there's a lot of movies that I think you can make a case for to be in your top 5, top 10, whatever this looks like. 2024 had a lot of hits, and like almost every week, I almost like. Well, the first half of the year was like hit and miss, but then like I would say October, November, even September, it was like click, 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 click. Everything was good, right? So I was like, fuck, how do I narrow this down? So I did something for myself, and I made little categories as well. So
Oh.
yeah. So my first one was gonna
My
be
man.
best kill of 2024.
Oh.
And my best kill was going to go to In a Violent Nature. I love slashers. I liked the POV of seeing him walk through the fucking forest and shit and try to get his little necklace back from these two little jerks that stole it from out of his little cabin or whatever. And I was just loving it. And I hated all the people. I wanted them all to die. Even the main girl who survived at the end, whatever. I didn't like that bitch either. I want her to die. Anyways, best kill went to the yoga scene. I think that was a very that I didn't know, that was insane. The way he was pulling it out, and he went basically doing
Ooh.
yoga. He came up behind her, stabbed her through the stomach, pulled it out of her stomach, put it through her mouth or some shit. What did he do? Went through her stomach, through her mouth, pulled it through. I don't know. He tied that bitch in a knot, and it was great. And it was probably one of the best kills I've seen all year. I was like shocked. I was engaged, and I almost missed it because I think Russell, me and you were drinking, went to the bathroom. We almost missed it, or maybe you missed it.
I completely
I think
missed
we did.
it.
Yeah, you missed it. But that was a crazy ass pretzel ass tie in a knot of a body kill, and it was crazy. And that's what for 2024. I haven't seen anything that inventive and original, so that was where I was going with that. But since you already took that one, I'm gonna go with best chase scene for me of 2024. And I'm repping my girl Maxine. I'm wearing her shirt right now.
Oh hell yeah!
I will not accept a life I do not deserve. And my favorite chase scene, because this shit was crazy. She was going up against Mr. Kevin Bacon with his nasty teeth and his gross ass character, and they were running through buildings, through a diner, through the street, through Bates Motel, and it was cool. She was running through all these little things, and he was chasing her ass. He kept up with her little skinny ass, and I don't know, that scene was great to me. I don't know, that was the best chase scene I could remember from this year.
Why is he built so low? He's fucking on IMDb. He's built so low. He's fucking Kevin Bacon. He should be like second on the list after Mia Goth. He's so
Mia
far
Goth is
down.
amazing in this. I love Maxine. So that as a movie, I ranked that number 1 out of the trilogy. And a lot of y'all can fight me. I don't give a fuck. But it goes, I liked X, I liked Pearl, but it would go Maxine, X, and Pearl for me. I like that X scene was like a slasher. It was a whodunit, had the Giallo references. I like her badassery when she went in there, walked in and did her fucking her little what is it when you go to your auditions? That and she told other girls, y'all might as well go home because the bitch she scored. She got this, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't know. Kevin Bacon was gross. He was disgusting. The killer reveal was what it was. It was a cool conclusion to this trilogy. Mia Goth is crazy as fuck, and I don't know. I liked it. Watched Blu-ray Tuesday where I dressed up as her. It was fun, and that is my best chase scene of 2024 and slash best.
I still haven't seen that. I gotta
You need to watch it. It's like streaming on something.
It's on Max. It's on HBO. I gotta watch it.
Yep.
Yeah. I just put it on the list the other day.
Cool. That's my 5.
All right.
So we're back to you, Oksana. This is fun. Y'all having fun with this? This year has a lot of great movies. Period.
It did.
Also, I
there's so many
agree.
I still haven't watched. Like I still have a 30 or 40 movie deep catch-up list. You know?
Yeah, I'm not gonna get into the movies that didn't get to see. I dude, I asked in the Discord for recommendations, and I got
Oh, you
punched.
did?
I
sent
got
you a
punched with
list.
them. I know you did too. Thank you for that. And I'm not gonna talk about it because I didn't get to finish it. But dude, Mads was fucking cool. I'm
Stay
like,
tuned.
okay, tight. Okay, I'm gonna shut the hell up. Me and Terrell are on the same page today, so I gotta
That
be quiet.
one, yeah, that's why I said
Yeah,
I
this
couldn't.
is weirding me out. How on the same y'all are on the same wavelength.
But what's
right now.
crazy is this year for me was eye-opening because you had movies that you would not think on paper that I would like and
Mhm.
I loved. You know what I mean? Even with Nosferatu, I don't think that's on what I have here, but we'll talk about honorable mentions. But that movie surprised me because I didn't think I would like something like that. It's a period piece for one. It's old and it's like slowish in some parts. I love that movie.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm taking up Oksana's
Yeah.
time. It's your
Okay,
turn.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it also had the trademark like hard to understand what the fuck they're saying in
Yeah.
certain moments. but I also
hella
really
like that
enjoyed it.
movie. Mm-hmm.
My number 4 for 2024 is a movie we watched recently called The Soul Eater
Oh, I want to see
Yeah.
that.
from the
wanna
directors of The Deep House, which I think was also on my list of that year. What else? Candicia was definitely on my list. That came out the year that came out. So like,
Inside.
they've done. I haven't
done so
seen
much.
Inside, but I
Okay.
kind of want to like deep
That one's
dive into
great.
all of their shit.
Yeah, that's the banger. That's the one that put him on
Inside
the
is the
map.
best one you just
Yeah.
named.
I haven't seen it either, but that's one people always talk about. So
What about Deep House?
Well,
The
Deep House is great. I'm
underwater-
House
sorry.
rules. Yeah.
I just
But-
remember Inside. I watched it like 3 or 4 times when it first came. I remember buying that DVD back at Best Buy. I think it
Yep.
was before I met Russell.
Yep.
And I watched that movie a few times. I showed it to people because I liked it so much.
I've definitely seen like clips of it because it's like super gory, right? And people always post clips of it on Instagram. So like
It
I've
has-
seen a
it
lot
has
of the
it-
kills in
a
it.
moment. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
Has
got a
that
moment
Considered
that
one of the like
It
French
has-
extremity, right?
Table
Mhm.
saw
Yep.
or something. Yeah, okay. Yeah,
And the
but
remake sucks, so fuck the remake. Period. It does.
They
I'm
also
not even
did
saying
Livid's
that.
the other one that people talk
Yeah.
about.
Live
I
it.
haven't
I
seen
know
either of
I
those.
enjoyed that one when we watched it, but I don't remember a whole lot about it. Unless it was a movie with the same title.
Where
Yeah.
when did the remake come out?
The remake, I own it too. I have it on
2016.
DVD. It was there we go, right there. They Americanized it and they tried to hit it beat by beat, and it has a different ending from the original. And I can't spoil it. Oksana didn't see
Okay,
it,
okay.
but it's different.
that like-
so
The Wreck
Like what
guy
they
was
did with,
a writer on that? On the
Good Night
remake?
Mommy, how
It's
they like
all
kind
of them.
yeah.
Let the right one in.
Why
Good Night
they-
Mommy, it was like that. The original was better. But I think, Russell, did you like the Good Night Mommy new one better? With
Hell
Naomi
no.
Watts? Okay, yeah, the original,
No
I
way.
forgot, because you guys flipped. I remember you and Oksana liked the original, and then when you guys saw it again, one of y'all didn't like it. and it
Me,
flipped.
I didn't. So I loved it the first time and the 2nd
Mhm.
time. Then now that I knew where it was going, it like I flipped on it for reasons, but not because I didn't enjoy the movie, because it like
Mhm.
disturbed me in a way that like no other movie has.
And I got hung up on the reveal, and I didn't
Got
like
it.
it the first time. And then we watched
They
it.
changed it with
Yep.
the new one.
Do you, Terrell? Were you there? We watched it as part of one of the Overlook review things, and then shout out to our homie Dan, the math mage.
Mhm.
He had a fucking hissy fit, and he left the room, and he stood in my room, and then he came back out and he said, "Why would anybody show their friends this movie?" Like he was
Oh,
so.
I remember this
He
story.
can't-
Yep.
He can't
don't think I
admit
was
that
there,
it
though.
disturbed him. It's like it's a great movie.
Dude, that's the kind
Yeah.
of reactions I strive for out of people. Like my favorite movie to show people is Descent into Darkness, man. 'Cause
Oh my god.
they're going one way or the other. They either fuck with it or they're
It's
like
not Trash Humpers.
they're like
Uh,
fucking
can I tell
mind is
y'all-
blown. No, it's not even. It's Descent into Darkness.
I
To
almost
show
bought
people.
that movie. I was like, I ain't wasting my money. It was $13 at Amoeba Girl, and I seen it. It was Harmony Korine, and I was like, should I get this? And I was like, hell
DVD?
no. I put it right back on the show. It was DVD. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know if it's on Blu-ray or not.
I don't
but
think it is.
I saw it there. sitting
I
there.
have the DVD. I don't think it is on Blu-ray now.
Wait.
Well, no,
didn't
it is. They just released
Yeah.
the Blu-ray. Yeah,
that
yeah.
hell of expensive,
But
like
it's
one
limited,
I'm sure.
and I don't think you can get it now. It's sold
I ain't
out.
getting it. I left that shit on the show.
Shout out to
Yeah,
David Dawson,
Yep.
who was broke and had no money
Stupid
and bought
bitch,
it.
and he still bought it.
And then
Oh,
he did.
did?
Well, see, Terrell, you're like a legit collector. So
Mhm.
when you're like meddling with like collecting, and I remember David bought it, and then he said, "Why the fuck did I buy this?" Like
Yeah,
it was
because I
almost just
wanted
a
it
rush.
only because you showed it at UF, and I want to collect all the UF movies. That's the only reason I was going back and forth with it. But I was like, I just really disliked this film, and I would never watch it. And I spent hella money during the holidays, so I said, let me just hold off, girl. Like, stop. So,
Tight.
2025, trying to like reel it in, girl.
We gotta get Baby Invasion for Uff now. I didn't even think about that. Holy fuck.
Is that
Yeah.
your number 4 pick?
Because it's POV. No,
I'm
it's
playing.
not out. Don't worry, Harmony shows up before the end
Oh,
of this
he
episode.
does? Oh,
Goddamn
hell.
right.
Oh
All right, what's your
shit.
number 4, girl?
So my number 4 is a movie that actually Russell has talked about on here before. And it is called Nitz Island. I just watched this movie with
We talked about
David.
that on the podcast, I think.
I love
Yeah, with David Dawson the other night, and it's legit. His review it's one of the best docs he's ever seen, and I'm with him. It's up there for me too. Like it's fascinating how they so the if you didn't listen to the episode previously, the description reads somewhere on the internet, it's a land where communities pretend to live out survivalist fiction. The players reveal their fears and fantasies in at times unsettling blurring of the real and the virtual. And it's just DayZ. These people in DayZ are walking around, and they're a camera crew, and they're recording their screen as they interact with other people in DayZ, schedule interviews with different factions and shit. And it's like wild to see how seriously people take this and how immersed in it they are and how many thousands of hours they dump into it. And not only that, just how profound of an experience some of them seem to have with it. And it sort of touches on why we come back to online games and why we keep, like the interaction that sort of fuels our desire to keep staying in these virtual worlds. And it's fascinating, and it's truly impressive how you feel so immersed in what's going on, and you feel at times like the things that are happening are almost real, and it's so cinematic. And at the same time, they're constantly referring to it as a game, and they never try to talk about it as if it's real, but it still feels so, I don't know, it's a really sort of unique and magical thing that they've done here, and I highly recommend it if you're into documentaries and if you're into games.
That seems
I
like
thought it
right
was a
up
little
your alley.
strange they didn't mention DayZ by name once.
No, they don't. They
What-
don't
so-
mention DayZ, they just call it the game.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's really fucking good. I'm glad you watched it.
Yeah, I absolutely loved it. Like, it's incredible.
Also, the just because I did threaten to make this one of my top 4 on Letterboxd. I liked it so much, and I do still think about it all the time. The only reason it will not be making my list is because I put it in the category of genre, and I think In a Violent Nature had a lot heavier load to lift than Nitz Island, where the documentary format always gets respect, even if it's a faux doc. Like, even if you're making Spinal Tap, people just take, like, Spinal Tap's been on fucking Criterion for fucking years now, and like, it just demands respect. And I think that's the reason why found footage horror is so good. Also, before we move away, there is another movie that because we're talking about Nitz Island, I had to bring up. Somebody brought it to my attention recently, and Evan, if you could look up Grand Theft Hamlet and share that.
So I saw a precursor short film to this, actually.
So Grand Theft Hamlet is a similar concept where people in Grand Theft Auto Online decide that they want to put on the play Hamlet in a theater, like in an actual, in an amphitheater in Grand Theft Auto. And so this is the punchy new trailer. I highly recommend going to YouTube and looking for the original trailer, which has a dude in Grand Theft Auto on stage going, "Hey, thank you. I know there's only one person out here, but I'm just happy that anybody showed up to watch our rendition of Hamlet." And then another person runs down. He says, "Oh, 2 people. This is great." And then one of the people starts shooting the other person. And he goes, "Hey, please don't kill each other in the audience." And then they shoot him. And he's like, "Or the cast." And it's another kind of the video game is the vehicle, but the story is very human.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to watch that.
I saw this, which is a short that he made that is the same thing. It's just a short film version of it. It's 10 minutes. I saw it at Slam Dance.
We
a
are
while
such
back.
stuff as dreams are. Oh, I did
Made
see
on.
that come up. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, I just wanted to mention that while you brought up Nitz Island, because it's like this genre of, and I mean, I think it is a viable thing because people spend so much fucking time engaging on video games that
It was
yeah.
interesting, the short. I'm interested to see how they expound it into a feature, and like what all happens on screen while they're reading it and stuff, because that was kind of like the interesting part of it to me.
Yeah.
Was like to see how the interactions turned out, because obviously it's Grand Theft Auto, so sometimes somebody might just walk up to you and shoot you with a fucking rocket launcher, like, well,
Sometimes, all the time.
Right.
Some 12-year-old talks shit to you and then yeah.
Right. Yeah, some child says he dick slapped your mom last night, and you're like, all right, dude, I'm gonna call your mom. Tell her to come beat your little ass.
All right. Well, fuck. I know it's my turn next, and
Yes, it is.
I think what I'm gonna go with next. I was trying to think of 2024 and like kind of the all-encompassing theme and like what was hitting in the box office and kind of the tone. And I think oddly enough, we've been in this deep like tension in America, whether it's like political or just like anything. Like I think people are kind of ready for like a change. Yet the films that are doing great are all nostalgia driven. So I made my favorite nostalgic pick. And just to kind of emphasize my point, I looked up some of the highest grossing movies of this year. Let me just read you 10. We got Kung Fu Panda 4, Godzilla vs. Kong, Twisters, Dune Part 2, Beetlejuice, Despicable Me 4, Moana 2, Wicked, which technically doesn't, I mean, it's nostalgic. It's another IP that we're bringing forward based on an older IP. Inside Out 2, like everything is a fucking sequel, or it's like building on stuff that's worked already. And yet what I'm talking about is a little bit different. I'm talking about movies like Y2K, which is purely driven by nostalgia, or I Saw the TV Glow, which is kind of recontextualizing the way we grew up with TV in the 90s. And the one that really struck me, we caught at the Balboa on 35 millimeter, and it was The First Omen. And I couldn't believe how much I liked that movie. I think The Omen is a fun franchise. It's not one that I really ever think about. Damien isn't something that scares me. Yet that film was a return to, it reminded me of when I used to go to Suncoast and buy random horror movies and would bring them home and be like, what the hell is this? And then I would learn about like Lucio Fulci, or just be like, oh, Italy was doing different shit. And this movie completely felt like a 70s Italian horror movie to me. So despite the IP and the franchise, it made me nostalgic for like that foreign discovery. And I don't know, man, I really like The First Omen, and I feel like it almost got memory hold. Like, do people like that movie? I
think so. I did see that on a couple people's lists.
Yeah.
Not a lot, but I will say there was a lot of religious horror this year, because there also was Immaculate earlier this year.
Yeah.
You can make a case for Heretic as well. But there's a lot of like religious.
There was another one with with Jenna Malone, right? It was a religious thing too, about nuns.
Oh, I don't know.
Forget what
Immaculate with Sydney Sweeney had her like time, and I actually think Immaculate's like a good outing for her. And I really like that movie. I just think it's more of a typical modern genre film, which isn't a dig. The reason The First Omen stood out to me is it felt like a fucking 70s film to me.
And the
like
Omen
it
was
felt
actually, I think that one was more scary. Scarier than Immaculate was.
Dude, when homie got hit by a car, I was kind of like, oh shit, in the theater. And we did see it on print, which I think helps it a little bit. But man, it really stuck with me. So I really like that movie.
I want to watch
The First Omen.
You should. That one should be streaming as well.
Yeah, it is.
Right.
It's on Hulu. I know for a fact.
All
right. First Omen is my fourth. All right, Terrell.
Right. We're going to roll into me, I guess. So my next one, that was a good pick, by the way. And there's a lot of religious horror this year. This is like the year of religion, bitch. And I'm not religious.
Consecration was the name of the one, too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That I was thinking of.
That one was forgettable. I think that came out in January.
I haven't seen it. I just remember it coming out.
Amen.
It was so forgettable. So we're all like, what are you talking about? But yeah. Okay. So the next one I'm going to talk about is, I love VOD Fridays. I love Tubi movies and all that good stuff.
I like.
I was gonna go Tubi, but no, this ain't a Tubi. But this movie
Oh.
is I'm going with the best VOD movie. And
Ooh.
y'all got any guesses for me?
Mr. Crockett.
Oh, girl, that's not on here, but I'm gonna just say Mr. Crockett is the best original villain. Period.
Hell
Like,
yeah, I agree.
Period. Mr. Crockett, best new age. And then I want more Mr. Crockett. That movie is
Yeah.
great.
Me too.
Y'all go watch it on Hulu. I want a Blu-ray. I hate when movies like this are so good and they're thrown onto Hulu or Netflix because they never get Blu-rays. You gotta like search for bootleg shit. I haven't found one for that one, but I definitely want to own that on Blu-ray. So good call out, Oksana. I love Mr. Crockett.
But it's not that.
It's not that. It is Mads.
Oh,
Mads.
nice.
M-A-D-S. So y'all bitches, y'all need to get up. If y'all ain't seen it, go to Shudder and please, like, get you a free subscription. Just go watch this movie. This movie was gonna have you on edge. I talked about it on the podcast, but it's gonna have you on edge beginning to end, and it's I think it's shot in one full take, maybe two, but I love the transition. The first half, it starts off with this guy, I guess it's his birthday, he pick up this crazy bitch, and you gotta figure out, why is this bitch acting the way she acting? I guess you learn later that she was experimented on, there's this drug, and he gets home, she like stabs herself in the neck, and then she got this dead body in his car, his daddy about to come home, and his girl coming, talking about, we're gonna go to a party for you, and he here trying to shower. There's a lot going on, right? And it's all continuously shot, like, and it's just like beat after beat after beat after beat. It's just, the tension is high as fuck. Like, bitch, this movie is so good, and it doesn't stop. It keeps going, going, and going, and going. You got drama. You got one girl who slept with him that was supposed to be the best friend. She got pregnant by him. It's just a hot mess. I don't want to spoil too much if y'all haven't seen it, but this movie got drama, horror, gore. It's just high. You got to be high alert. I was just all into this movie, and this is highly on the top of my my list. If I were to rank movies, this would probably be like in the top 3. This movie was great. It touches a little bit on like the zombie side of the subgenre per se. I don't like zombies; they get on my damn nerves. But this movie is great. So please check this out. It's called Mads.
Hey,
Y'all
let me
didn't
jump
watch
in
it
here
yet?
too.
Because
This
where
is
did
one of
where
those-
did you leave off? Because I don't want to spoil.
Fuck. Where did we leave off?
We had at least like half an hour, 45 minutes left, I
Yeah,
think.
So
So you saw
last.
when it transitioned to the girl.
Ooh, I don't know.
Maybe not.
There
Okay,
was a
sorry.
reveal. There was like
Okay.
a makeout, and
Okay. Because the
yeah.
first half is one character, then it transitions to the other character, and it's her story, and it ends with the whole. I can't say. You gotta watch it. The movie's really good. But what were we gonna say? Sorry.
Just that I think you tend to get a bad rap for being like a light genre fan. Like
Mhm.
kind of like if it's not Scream or if they're trying to do something a little heady, you won't fuck with it. And I always bring up Skinamarink, which is a movie
Mhm.
most people didn't like, yet you did.
Mhm.
And when I was watching Mads, I'm like, dude, this is kind of like an artsy foreign one shot. Like I'm like,
It was
I was
great.
a little shocked. I had a hard time following what was happening.
What? You don't like it? This movie's so
No,
good,
I
girl.
did. I was just like a little confused. I had to keep asking Russell, like, wait, is this happening
You have
right
to pay
now? Or is like
attention.
some
mhm.
of the subtext, I think I was like, I wasn't sure if I was confused or not, which maybe is just the movie's I don't know, intentions, but
No,
Mhm.
I think in 2024 you watched a lot of heady films that year.
Yeah.
And this one is definitely one of them. Like
Mhm.
I don't know. So like yeah, I don't know. If you think it's just another horror movie or even if the word zombie is a turnoff for you, this is
Oh
not
no,
any
it's
of that.
more than that. No, I was just
Mhm.
trying to like, for somebody that's like, okay, what kind of movie is this? It has
Yeah.
that. Yeah, go watch it. You'll see. It has no, seriously, but you get what I'm saying though. Right? Look, if you
Yeah,
want to
totally.
pick tidbits to say, oh, it has X, Y, and Z without spoiling the movie,
No, totally.
like what
Yep.
it is, because it's gonna give everything away. You gotta have excited. Have you seen this yet, Evan? Or
Mm-mm. It's on
Oh,
my
okay.
it's on my list, and I got
Dude, watch
I got
it.
that AMC Plus had like a $2 a month for a couple month deal going, so I got that, so I have it
Oh,
right now,
shit.
so I could watch it.
Yeah, add it
Yeah.
to your watch list or your whatever they call it on that thing, and get to it. Anyone's listening, let me know if y'all seen it, because that movie was great. I loved it, so I'm very proud of having that in my top 5. This
side
episode.
note, if you get the free trial of Shudder, don't leave it on the full year subscription if you forget to cancel those
Oh
things.
fuck,
shit!
dude.
Because there's zero way to contact those people. So
Oh,
I guess we have Shudder for a year.
Oh,
oh my
Yay.
god!
Also, Metrograph. When I watched Nits Island, it was available on there. Totally forgot to cancel that too.
Mhm.
Although they're only $5 a month, I think. And once I was telling Oksana, I'm like, well, if we fucking have it, let's watch some shit. And I hit cancel, and we were cut off immediately.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we can. So,
Wow.
so get your month before you cancel with Metrograph.
Yeah, and to anyone listening, don't try to go to Metrograph and watch Nits Island now because it is no longer streaming there.
They don't
Yeah.
have the thing where you can
They
just
don't
get
have
the
it.
service and then just like cancel it, but then your service will end when it was supposed to.
Yeah, if you
Like,
pay
say-
for the month.
It was one button. It said cancel, and then immediately kicked me out. And then I got an email and it's like, "Oh, sorry you left." And it's like, "Damn, y'all shut the door on me so quick." God damn.
Oh, okay. All right. We back to Oksana, number 3.
Number 3.
You understand the numbers now, right?
I know. I
When I
was like,
said-
wait, 4?
When I said 4, she gave me a look like, "What happened?" I'm like, "We're
Oh, really?
5, 4, 3."
Oh.
So my number 3 is another one that we saw in 35 millimeter in the theater, and
Oh.
I was completely captivated. We heard a Q&A afterwards, and
Oh.
we did
Oh,
a picture
I
with
think
the
I
director.
know.
Yeah.
Yes, bitch.
Long legs.
Yes. I was gonna,
Which
we
is kind
met
of-
him, girl.
Yeah, he's
Mhm.
he's another one. I really enjoyed Gretel and Hansel. I didn't
There
think
you
about-
go.
Oh yeah, I was like, what's happening? She
You had a
fell
mini
for me.
stroke right there.
Gretel and
Oh, we had a
Hansel.
hardware
Act-
issue.
I was like, oh my
I, like,
god.
it inspired my Halloween costume that year. So Oz Perkins is another director that I like want to watch everything he does.
The monkey
But yeah,
coming
long
out
legs.
next
Everything
month.
from marketing to like the reveals, everything, and like the gore, the inspiration for Longlegs himself is just like
Mhm.
it's such a good story and it's done so well, and it's just like the movie starts off by giving you a kind of like moment where you just like are shocked right off the bat. So I feel like you spend a lot of the film recovering from that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just great. And it seems so long ago that we watched it, which I mean it was
does.
a couple months, but
Damn.
It was a
You
while
know-
ago. It was like the middle of the year. I
It
think.
should have
does
met-
feel like a long time ago that you talked
Mhm.
about
Mhm.
that.
I should have met that man. He's one of my favorite contemporary directors, and I'll be honest, I just bitched out. I did it. Who was the other one I did it with?
the Drive director.
Yeah,
Nicholas
I can't
Winding
even
Refn.
yeah.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Oh, I
him
loved
and
him.
him and the fucking former Chili Peppers drummer were there. I can't
What?
pull names right now.
Uh,
Cliff
Cliff-
Martinez.
Oh,
Cliff Martinez, yeah.
They were both there.
Oh.
They were signing vinyl, and I think I went
not
to go
the one
pick
that
up
looks
somebody.
like Will Ferrell.
No,
Ew.
that's
I don't
Chad
like that
Smith.
man.
Yeah, that's the new one.
Also, I mentioned Terrell having a bad rap for loving Tubi and light horror, light genre, which I say that because that's what they
I
used
like
to call
that.
Hitchcock. But I'll tell you, Oksana has no shame. She does like light genre. If you look at her pics, oh my god,
You just wait.
I know, I love
Uh-oh,
it.
Yeah, we got the final 2.
I love it.
All right.
All right,
Uh,
Evan. Oh, I can't wait to see what he gonna bring. Girl.
My number 3. My next 2 picks actually are both Unnamed Footage Festival alums.
Oh,
So,
okay. Let's
Okay.
see.
Spoiler.
The number
Mhm.
3 is a movie called Safe Word by Koji Shiraishi.
That came out this
Um,
year.
In the United States, it did. Yeah,
It
came out
did.
this year.
Where?
No, it didn't.
On
Let me
yeah,
see.
VOD. You can go on Amazon and watch this movie.
Oh shit.
I didn't know it came out this year.
Yeah.
That movie nasty as fuck. It's the pissy one.
Yeah, it's the
She
it's
pissed
the
in her mouth.
it's the kink movie. Yeah,
But I liked it too. But that movie
I
was
loved
it,
yep.
crazy. That movie
Same.
is insane. I was in
it
that
is.
theater.
It's fucking insane.
You heard my commentary? I was over there.
Oh, everybody in the theater heard your commentary, Terrell.
Also,
That
remember, there's a
movie.
Blu-ray Tuesday. You
Oh,
did
yeah.
you did
There
a
is.
recap. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
sure did. Yes. All right, sorry.
Yeah, no, but the
Continue.
description reads: Misa is an underground idol
Mhm.
and being filmed closely for a documentary. One day, an owner of BDSM Club H perceives Misa's potential and headhunts her as a dominatrix. Misa is confused at first, but when she meets the top dominatrix, Canon, she learns sexual pleasure she never knew.
Misa horny.
Yeah, Misa horny for real, dude.
God.
Worth it.
Totally worth it. So it's my review, just to put it into
Misa
perspective
pee-pee.
with just a few words.
Sorry. This Jar Jar
my
Binks.
review on Letterboxd was, It's a lot like listening to the Beatles sing "I Want to Hold Your Hand" in terms of how it makes you feel. Way more piss play though.
A lot
And
of piss play.
yeah, so
I
it
don't get
really
it.
is like it explores. I mean, okay, you wouldn't, Russ. You
Are
probably
you
didn't like
hard
the
when you
Beatles.
listen to that song?
You probably don't even like the Beatles. And but it's basically like she's not, you know, into BDSM, doesn't know anything about it or whatever, and she gets kind of thrown into this whole, you know, like sexual world that she is completely unfamiliar with and completely foreign to, and finds out that it's her fucking thing, you know.
Yeah, she was doing it.
And yeah,
Misa Pissy, because she was. She
and
got
it's
good
just
at it,
really,
too.
it's crazy how like overtly sexual this is, yet like it never feels like, I don't know, exploitative or anything like that. Like it just feels wholesome by the end of it. You're rooting for her and this other this dominatrix's like relationship as it goes, and as the dynamic sort of, you know, unfolds and everything. And it's I don't know, it's just really good. And it's wild to me that a movie like this was made in Japan, because I just feel like they're pretty behind us in terms of like, you know, I don't know, it's like sexual liberation sort of thing. So it's cool to see this get made, and I like Koji's movies anyway. So,
Well, they're a highly sexually repressed culture,
right,
which is why you get so much weird, kinky shit out of it. But I think that this movie might actually be about America and like freedom too. But we could talk
Maybe
about
so.
that.
Yeah,
some
that'd be
other
an
day.
interesting thing to dissect.
I got a strong argument for it.
Okay,
Good pick, dude. I'm
Hey,
happy you
thank you.
picked that.
Thank you. I really like this. Y'all can rent it too if you're listening. It's on all the major like VOD services on I think Apple TV and Prime and
How much?
Fandango.
Do you have it
Fandango
pulled
at
up?
Home. Let's see how much it costs to rent.
It looks like fuck, dude. $5 or $15 to buy it.
Oh yeah, okay. And apparently on Amazon Prime, there's a streaming service called Strand Releasing, that you can actually do a free trial of, and watch it for free. You get a 7-day free trial to the Strand Releasing service and watch it for free. So, yeah, check it out. I definitely recommend it. Fantastic movie.
Strand. I've never heard of that.
I've never heard of that either. No, but I mean, it's worth it. Do the 7-day free trial just if you just watch this, you know. But it looks like maybe they have some other shit too. I don't know. But yeah, that's my number 3.
Oh, I had to hold back a really bad joke there.
Well, I don't know why now. Y'all let all of them fly during the fucking
dude.
safe word.
Look, I'm a fucking professional.
14 different variations of Misa horny jokes.
Hey, those were gold. Look, the difference here is just having a filter, okay? And I knew this one would not play well. I read the room, and also my boy's in here, so we didn't need it. All right, god damn it. What am I gonna do next? I've really dug a hole here. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go with one that I think would have been an immediate gift. Oh, I have already done 3. Is that correct? No, I've only done 2.
You did 2.
Yeah, you did too.
You're on
Okay, I'm an idiot. I crossed one out on here that I hadn't even talked about. So let's talk about that one. I think 2024 has had a real about face when it comes to evil in horror movies. And I think we owe it all to Art the Clown. I think when he enters a room and you have a couple characters in there, you know that they're going to die. And this is a huge departure from, I don't know, any kind of franchise where like you want to root for these killers so they don't go too evil. And I think the biggest blemish here is probably with the remake of Halloween and how Michael Myers didn't kill that fucking baby. And it's like that whole movie really was ramping up how evil he was. Yet Art the Clown, when he enters the room, you know he's going to kill that baby. And it might even be in like an ugly way with like a gun. And it's like, nobody wants that, but he's got a charm, so you root for him. And you know what? I guess I guess we could call this category the most evil film of 2024, and it's not Terrifier 3. Actually, there was another movie I just watched, and I was like, you know what? I feel like this movie was particularly mean because art kicked the door open. And I can't even fucking think of it now. There's so many. Yet the movie that really moved me with how uncomfortable and kind of gross I felt without any on-camera gore was Red Rooms. That movie, man, you open a film in a procedural setting, the most sterile, boring, utility narrative, and yet by the end of that movie you want to take a shower. And it's not because of anything it's not fucking Devil's Rejects. We're not in the desert. We're not doing a bunch of mean things to good people. It's not Art the Clown ruining your favorite holiday by murdering everybody in town. It's a casual viewer of let's call her an artist, a model even. It's a model kind of interacting with a new pop culture villain who did something heinous, and just the way that she engages with the cultural zeitgeist, and when she meets a true fan, their collaboration and relationship. By the end of that movie, it's just like, fuck. When we're spending Bitcoin on a poker table, you know, like you've taken a wrong turn somewhere in life. And I have to recommend it. Terrell, this is going to be one. This is going to be one of those movies that you got to get in the Mads mindset and just hang with it, and you'll fucking love it too.
It's really good.
This was a lot longer than Mads, I think, isn't it?
It is so tense. Too.
You're gonna love the lead, though.
I do want to watch this one. I haven't watched it yet, but I do want to.
I'd like to check this one out too,
dude. Evan, you'll definitely like it. This is one of those like foreign art house movies that just fucking. If you can give it your attention, it'll. I mean, you may regret it after, but it's a banger, dude. Yeah, I loved Red Rooms. So yeah, that's gonna be my number. What was that? 3? It's not really a number. That's what I think was the most evil in the year of evil.
Your third,
2024.
Right. Yeah,
third pick though. Yeah, I want to see this. I'm excited.
Me too.
I like your third pick though.
yeah, because mine's not in a particular order either.
Yeah,
and yeah. Well, since you talked about it already, I'm gonna go with Terrifier 3.
Oh my damn!
Yeah.
Since you already talked about it, but what I'm categorizing this is because I love slashers. I already knew I wasn't going like this. This one is mean. This one is brutal. He killed a lot of motherfucking kids in this movie. But I'm going with best theater experience.
Oh hell
for
yeah!
Terrifier 3, and
Really?
the reason being, Oksana, you know, girl, we had the experience. We had the whole theater. Sorry, what?
Go ahead. I was just gonna say I was in the heart of the drama. I guess.
Were, period. This is the best theater experience. So mind you, this movie's great. 5 stars. Whatever. We got that. Russell touched on it. But I picked this one because the theater experience that we had, we all shared this same experience, was we went with somebody, right? He sat next to this woman who was on a date with this boy. I told the story, I think, on the podcast, but she fell asleep, dropped her popcorn, dropped her drink, and she was snoring extremely loud through the chainsaw scenes, through all the loud moments. She didn't even wake up. The bitch got kicked. I almost tripped over her going to the bathroom. Still didn't wake up. She was like a hog, just snoring. The whole theater was like, girl, like they all were like upset because when it was over, remember we were leaving? I was like, is she still in their sleep? They were like, yes. And then finally one person walked by and was like, oh, she finally woke up. Mind you, she's on a date. That dude just kept going to go buy more alcohol. He did not give 2 shits to this bitch. He could have woke the bitch up. The walrus was just snoring throughout the entire film. The person that joined us, he hung out with us to watch this movie. He sat next to her. He was so angry that he got up and moved to another seat and was still mad. He kept looking over like, bitch, is that bitch still snoring? He was so mad. He was so angry. He was about to turn into Art the Clown himself and take the bitch out. I could tell. But this theater experience was great. It was the movie was great. It was a lot of cool moments, a lot of kills and craziness that was going on while this was happening, and people were all reacting. Some stuff was annoying in this theater experience because you had people in front of us on their phone recording every fucking scene, putting it on their Snapchats. I'm like, if I was watching this bitch story, I'll be mad.
Yeah.
Because we watched this opening night, opening weekend, opening whatever, and she spoiled the whole movie for X, Y, and Z, whoever on her motherfucking page.
Yeah.
And I know they heard the snoring in the background because that bitch was snoring. Like, oh my God, Mufasa's roar wasn't as loud as this. This is what I'm saying. So that's the best theater experience because we had a good time in there. We were drinking, having a good time, watching Art the Clown fuck some people up. And that's a very memorable experience of 2024. And it's going to go down in the history of theater experiences with
Those
the snoring
people
bitch.
must have heard you too talking there because you kept saying like they're just on their
I
phones
was
the whole
loud.
time.
I showed
And
someone. I did. There's 3 of them on their phone. I kept saying it. I was loud. You know, I'll be loud with my commentary. And I had to be louder than Snorlax over here. So I know they heard me, but they just kept going click, click, click. And it was so distracting because you see that bright ass light when I'm trying to watch Art the Clown fuck these bitches up, right?
Right.
A hot mess. But I'll never forget that theater experience. So
So
Terrifier
that's
3.
my favorite of the Terrifiers so far. I think it's 312
Yep.
for me.
So good. 2 was good too, though. A lot of people like the
Yeah.
second one the most. I love part 3. I think part 3 is my favorite one as well. So that one was on the top of my list. Terrifier 3. I'm ready for 4. I'm ready for 5 when he goes to space. I don't care where he go. I'm excited for more Art the Clown. Look, obviously, girl, I'm obsessed. Look at my koozie. Period. Anyways, that's my number 3 pick. And we're going back to you, Oksana, for number 2.
Number 2 for me.
Oh, I can't wait.
I've seen exactly one social media post trashing this movie, and all the comments were like, wrong, wrong, wrong. What are you talking about? And it's
Damn,
The
dude.
Substance.
Hey, bitch!
It was
the best movie of the year, ho. Period.
So good in so
Yep.
many ways too. I know like you can read into like a lot of themes in it probably, but I saw a
Mhm.
lot of like, I don't know. The ones that stuck with me were the like connections to like parenting sort of like how the new girl was like just like sucking the life out of her and not appreciating anything.
Dude,
like
Cliff is right there.
I don't feel
Damn.
any of those things, by the way, just to clarify. But yeah, I don't know. Just I don't know. I'm like a speechless a little bit. It was did not feel like 2 hours and 20 minutes in the
Liar.
theater.
She just like naked Demi Moore.
I mean,
I
who
did too.
didn't?
She had a good body. She like what 60? Her body was banging.
Yeah, she's great. And just like more, of course, more body horror, more
There was
like
a lot of
gross.
bodies. Even that man that she was fucking was hot. I was like, okay. And the,
Well, I mean,
the
like,
young girl.
the whole
Oh.
process of like how you get the what are they called? Your copy or
Oh yeah.
whatever
Yeah.
it's called. Yeah, I don't know. Is the soundtrack was great. The everything. I don't know. It again, it also feels like so long ago that we saw it that I'm kind of like struggling to even talk about it. But
The palm
Blu-ray
trees.
comes out January 21st, and I'm pre-ordering that shit. Y'all gonna get you a copy? That movie's so
Hell
good.
yeah.
Yeah, I
So
want to
I
see
definitely
this.
wanna
Wicked
own that.
bad. I gotta watch
You
it.
have
It's
to
on-
see it, and you
it's
gotta see
on Mubi.
Wicked.
Yeah, Wicked. That
You
one's,
said Wicked, so I said, oh yeah, you
I
gotta see that
know.
too.
That's good.
yeah, no, I don't know about Wicked, but I gotta see
Fuck
this one
you.
for sure.
You need to find gravity in that damn shed, bitch.
the
Mhm.
post I saw about it was saying that no one hates French women like French women because I guess the director's a French woman. What?
Oh really?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it might have just been like comment baiting almost because
Mm.
like not a single person even like remotely agreed with him.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
the
I
same
think-
director as the movie Revenge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
This is
Yep.
better than Revenge, though.
Oh,
Revenge is
much
good.
better.
yeah.
I
Revenge, but
co-sign
this
that.
is way better. Yeah.
Yep.
Period.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'm excited to see this. It's on my most of the stuff y'all brought up actually.
Evan,
It's
you
on
need to make
my,
a list of all these movies and watch them.
I got a 2024 catch-up list on Letterboxd, and like basically all of these are on it.
Okay. So what's your number
Oh.
2?
If I could get it pulled up here. My number 2 is a movie that technically it had one out of a festival theatrical screening this year, but it's not gonna get a like Blu-ray or release or anything. So it's only gonna do limited screenings is the plan. So I mean, what other time I feel like would it qualify? So I'm gonna go ahead and put it in there. My number 2 is It Doesn't Get Any Better Than This from Rachel Kempf and Nick Toddy.
Hell yeah.
That movie's amazing.
It
Yep.
is so
Mhm.
fucking good. like I was blown away when we watched this, like to program it for UF, and then I was so excited to watch it again on the big screen and did not disappoint. And it's the description reads: 2 horror fans buy a creepy duplex to shoot a film. They find cult members gathering outside in a trance. The friends investigate the phenomenon, their obsession escalating as they pursue real life horror thrills. And like, it's insane how this just feels, 100% real, but it's because a lot of it is just based in reality. They did buy this duplex. They did like a lot of it is just based in reality, which is it definitely inspired me in terms of the movie that we shot. And I like can't recommend it enough. If you get a chance to go see it, you definitely should. It's wild how tense it is. Like they do, like most of it is built upon them just, at this house and dialogue and small things that happen, but it really just creeps up on you by the end, just how fucking intense everything is, and comes to a hair-raising conclusion, I would say. And I definitely, it's screening at multiple Alamo Drafthouse locations on January 10th. You can buy tickets for those now. We'll put that link in the description. Check it out if it's in your city. It's in a lot of major cities it's going to be playing in.
This is another one I'd highly recommend listeners, if you haven't seen this, to go check out your Alamo Draft Houses and go watch this. This movie is not going to be put out on VOD, not going to be put out on Blu-ray, DVD, whatever, but only in theaters as of right now, and y'all need to go watch it because it is great.
We definitely all tried. Everyone tried to convince them. Are you sure?
No doubt.
Never going on physical media. So
nope.
I highly recommend it. This movie's great. Good pick.
And spoiler alert.
I actually made a rule because of that movie. I watched it so, we all work on the Unnamed Footage Fest, and a lot of the time we'll tell each other like, hey, you don't have to watch that movie. We're going to program it, watch it in the theater.
Right.
And I did that with It Doesn't Get Any Better Than This. And when I watched it, I was actually kind of upset. I'm like, because it was so good. And I went, I should have been, because people are always like, what's the one movie I should catch? And I'm like, I would have told them that one, honestly. Not because it's better, but just because it's an experience. Like, also, Nick and Rachel did a whole thing with the Q&A, and like,
their before and after thing elevated the and a lot. And it was very cool.
Yeah. They're characters in their own right.
They're great.
Characters.
And Survivors of Quiz or Die season 2.
They are. Yeah,
they made it out. All right. Spoiler alert for a live stream.
Oh yeah. And spoiler alert that they'll be joining us soon on Footage Foreplay. So stay tuned for that. Come listen to them hang out.
Don't curse our fucking guest episodes
you
anymore.
did that last time.
Yeah, don't be doing that. You're like, stay tuned for Thursday. We got a banger episode, and then
I didn't say when this was coming. I just said it's coming. It is.
Yeah, but don't be cursing shit. Don't be tempting fate. All right, let's see. I know it's my turn.
It is.
What?
It's sold out.
It is? The Alamo
it's sold out at our
Drafthouse?
Alamo. Mm-hmm.
Oh my
your
God.
Reach out so you know who, girl.
Yeah, let's get Jake on here. Be like, Jake, what the fuck, dude? I mean, congratulations to them. They're probably coming out, right?
I mean, if it's opening at multiple Alamos.
Yeah,
they
we
might
placed
go to
all
a
those
different-
Alamos on the same night, so they'd probably go to the closest one.
Yeah. All right. Well, they are buddies with Jake. Jake is the programmer for all the Alamos, and he currently lives out here in the Bay Area, San Francisco. So fuck you.
Nice.
Guess whose laurels are on their poster too?
Who?
Uff.
Okay, yeah. I was hoping. I was like, they better be.
This was. I was like, what other? Okay. Yeah,
Well, they went to Sundance, right?
Yeah, they're at TIFF.
Yeah, TIFF. There we go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Terrell, I have to say, I love that you are doing the categories over just
2 and
ranking.
2.
So, I actually share a category with you. I didn't call it. What did you call your theater experience? Like,
I just put best theater experience.
okay, I put live experience. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know why, but yeah. So my best in theater experience. There's been a lot too, and when we were getting ready to record, I wasn't pushing it because I was trying to just like remember all of them. And I just want to give a shout out to one.
I had a lot.
Dude.
Yeah, people talking during Oddity in a different language the whole entire movie. You had, when I saw Honora, you had the Russian girls all dancing and singing every time the guys was fucking. Like I was like, what are y'all doing speaking their Russian language? So I had a lot of crazy theater interactions. So Terrifier was the best though.
Not my pick, but one of my favorite was also The Crow, dude.
Oh yeah.
When we went to The Crow.
That was a blast.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. I had a hell of a fun at that one. Hell yeah.
You made homies with the person running it. You won a pack, and it was honestly, I think I had a lot of fun.
Tattoos. That was fun.
I think I enjoyed that movie. Yeah. Yep. The movie played better just because of the crowd, and it was packed, and it was just a fun night. Like, I don't know if I would come back to that remake alone. I would definitely watch it again. I liked it, but
me too.
That's kind of what I'm going for here with this category. And the one that really made an impact on me this year was, shocker, at our film fest at UF, and it was the last movie. And it played damn near midnight. The Q&A that I hosted was after midnight, and nobody fucking left. I will tell you, glued. The Bay Area, we used to have a really strong midnight movie culture. And I mean, we have fucking Peaches Christ out here who would do shows, and they would sell out, and there would be a drag performance, and these would go late into the night. The last one she did, we were, Terrell, you remember this? We went out to the fucking, oh God, the theater's closed now, the Clay.
Oh yeah.
And she looked around and she said, fuck, gentrification is real. And currently right now, real estate is going down. I believe it's down 14% in the Bay Area as they the new startup boom, crypto tech bro shit is kind of gone, or at least leaving California. And we showed Horror in the High Desert 3. And I mean, not only was that fun, it was the first time anybody had seen it on the big screen. We didn't get a chance to test it. I don't even know if Dutch really watched it before.
It didn't have credits.
He just cut it.
Yeah.
Got on a plane, got food poisoning.
Yep.
Barely made it to that screening.
Yep.
And he was there. He was there with his husband and his best friend Susie, who's a fucking alum. And it was just, I don't know. It was so cool, and it was so much fun. And it was supposed to usher in the release of Horror in the High Desert 3. And then Amazon kind of forgot about it. And for months, it didn't come out. And on Reddit, people started to accuse us of hosting a fake screening of a fake movie.
Which we should totally do.
I do.
Side note, but...
the coolest thing that we could have ever been falsely accused of.
Yeah. We showed it. It was like, they crazy as fuck.
Dude,
fucking
how
Reddit
cool is that
nerds,
though?
dude.
Like you're a part of something special when other people are saying it didn't happen. You're like, you're lying. So I had to give it up.
That was a great pick. That movie was amazing.
Dude, and we had problems right before it. The
Mm-hmm.
short film wouldn't play. It got bumped back a little bit late. It was fantastic. Loved it. And it's cool that the definitive picture of that night is the Terrell up on stage with the cast.
Yeah,
That's
I
just
ran up there,
that's
girl.
the
I
picture.
loved it. And right in the middle.
Hell yeah. Yep.
That was
The
a great
stage was
picture.
great. How they had like the lights along the front and everything. It was a good spot.
We'll be
to take
back
a
there.
picture.
4-star.
Hell
We're
yeah.
going back.
See y'all there this year.
And we
That
might
was a
even
good
have a
pick.
new Horror in the High Desert to show.
Hell yeah.
Knock on wood.
All right.
Knock on wood.
Yeah, we're cursing a bunch of shit this episode.
Yeah, you are.
I know y'all are mess. I almost said it, but yeah. All right. So I'm gonna do my number 2 pick. We're gonna keep the 2s going. You talked about a lot of sequels earlier, girl. We're gonna get into it. But for this one, my category I just picked was we had a lot of musicals this season, y'all.
Oh?
A lot of musicals. Like all these Mufasa, you had Wicked, you had Trap, you had all these movies that had music, that had soundtracks that got put out and people were like buying the vinyls and all that good stuff. There was a lot of musicals, but the one that I picked out is a soundtrack or EP that I listened to weeks before and after that I just loved, and it is Sky Riley's Smile 2.
Yeah.
Grieved You, Blood on White Satin. Great EP. It's like 6 songs. It's really 5 songs. The 6 songs like a bonus track. It's an acoustic version of Just Like Me, I think. And that soundtrack still is in rotation. It's downloaded onto my phone, and I love it. Sky Riley is the superior pop star compared to Lady Raven from Trap.
Amen. All day.
And
Yep.
I listened to the Lady Raven album as well. I was on that one too, but I love Sky Riley. And I equally love, or I like more, the Smile 2. This was a big surprise for me. I love the first Smile, but everything is top notch above the first one in my opinion.
Mhm.
Yep.
The story, the actress, Naomi Scott, shout out to her. She came a long way from Power Rangers, girl. And yeah, the kills, like the tension, the twists, the turns, I couldn't catch my breath in this one either. Girl, this shit was good. This is another theater experience that we all enjoyed, right? This movie was so fucking good. And yeah, so if y'all ain't seen this is another one y'all need to go watch. I'm sure it's streaming somewhere, maybe HBO or Peacock or some shit. Y'all go watch it. But yeah, Smile 2, great soundtrack, great story, great blood, gore. Everything about this movie is amazing. And
I haven't
yeah,
seen it yet. Also on my list yet again.
you gotta add
So
that to your
good.
list, girl.
It is. Yeah, it's already on there.
Here,
All right, so
just before we move on from it, let me put out somebody else's business here. But
Okay.
one of our homies came up after, and he was like, "You like that movie?" And we're like, "Yeah, like we all did." And he was like, "Dude, it reminded me of when I used to do a lot of drugs and had a bad trip."
Oh,
He's like, "Have you ever heard of a K-hole?"
is
And I
it
was
the
like,
Kraken
yeah.
sausages that he was
Damn,
talking
dude.
about?
Ketamine. Yeah, dude. And,
One of the only things I've never tried.
oh, fuck,
Whoa.
dude. You've been slacking. Yeah, he's
Tell your
like,
homie,
that
hit me up,
movie.
dude. When we get out there to the Bay, let's change that shit, dude.
Dude, he
I'd
never
probably
met
try
a
it
hole he
once.
didn't like.
I'd try it once, see what it's like.
Yeah, but he said that movie felt like a K-hole. And I just, they should have put that on the cover of the goddamn Blu-ray. All right, that's it.
That's like where you get like paralyzed, right? Or a K-hole.
I can't tell you. I have no idea.
Well, we got
That's what
Google.
I
dude.
think I've heard.
K-hole is a dissociative experience caused by high doses of ketamine. Like other drugs that cause hallucinations or dissociation, a K-hole, meaning the trip, experience with ketamine, can be a euphoric experience, but it can also be unpleasant or dangerous.
So my number one is a movie that's already been mentioned, I think at least once. And it is Maxine.
Oh yes.
Oh shit. Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm glad you picked this one.
Yeah. It feels a little, I don't know. It like overshadowed how much I loved Long Legs when we saw it, because we saw it like the following week or something. It
Yep.
was like an early screening.
Mm-hmm.
And what stood out to me in this movie a lot was just like how understated, sort of like not in your face, the like, you know, self-reliance, resilience in like a female lead.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like, you know, obnoxious girl power movie, but it's like, you know, she can like take care of herself. She's not relying on anyone else to do it.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, even though I mean she does of course call in a favor or whatever towards the end, but yeah, it's a great movie. Everything about the style, the settings, I don't know, it's done really well, and I agree it's the best one of the trilogy.
Yeah, I really like this movie.
Okay.
And I liked all the extra
I
characters.
like Pearl the best, but I haven't seen this yet.
Then you don't know yet.
But I don't know yet. Like, if I like this more or not.
She liked Pearl more than X. I see. A lot of people do.
Yeah.
I don't know. I liked them all, but I think X, I love slashers, so X was up there for me. And a granny that just wanted to kill because she couldn't get no dick, that was just took the cake for me. So that's why I love that movie. Nice. I love that pick, Oxy. That's your number one pick. Evan, I'm interested to see what your number one pick, girl. What is your number
I like
one?
Ty West in general, honestly. I think that dude just makes cool movies. But my number one, I teased earlier that you would see Harmony Korine pop up.
Ew.
And he is.
It Agro? Ew, this
Aggro
is your
Drift
number one pick?
Is my number one movie of the year.
You can't even see nothing. Oh my God.
So-
Okay. Let you go.
So the description of this one on IMDb reads, in this sensual experimental elegy by Harmony Korine, spellbinding infrared photography evokes a dreamlike portrait of a tormented assassin. And dude, it's trippy. It's very, like a lot of his movies, it's abstract in so many ways, and it's hard to, you have to watch it a few times to really kind of like pick out all the little things that it feels like he's trying to do or get at with it. But ultimately, to me, like I said on the episode where I reviewed it, it kind of felt like a really personal story about his life, but translated into a sort of fantastical movie about I think he is the assassin in this movie, and the whole thing is kind of just an allegorical tale about his life that he obviously heightened for this thing. At least that's my read on it. And that's kind of I think why the movie is so great, and why I think all of his films are so great, is because it, like, we could have all watched the movie and got something we would all get something entirely different from it, and I don't know. I think that's the kind of stuff I like to watch, that really like makes you think about it, and everybody tends to come away with something different because it's not, it's not cut and dry.
I gotta
like
be
it a lot.
honest. My instinct here is to press you on this.
Uh-oh.
But because it's your number one pick,
It's
and
his number
normally
one pick. Leave that boy alone. He eats squirrels.
I know, and normally I'm the contrarian, but I think that is probably the most controversial pick so far.
I think so too. This is a hot
Yeah.
mess of a pick, especially for number one.
Number one, dude.
Because a lot of the other stuff you
I,
said was so good. I doubt this is better. But I mean, this is why I didn't rank mine 1 through
Well,
5.
it's favorites, right? It's
Same.
just
Yeah.
my
Yep.
favorite.
Yeah,
So.
but this, yeah. So I'm glad that's your number one. Nice.
I completely agree with you, Terrell.
You saw
Also-
this, didn't you, Russ? Did you see it, Oksana?
Yeah, we saw it at the
I
Alamo.
saw it at the
Yeah.
theaters.
Oh, that'd be so sick. I wish I could have seen it like that.
You
Yeah,
would have
just-
hated how many people were not fucking with it.
Oh,
But here's
I
the
mean, that would
thing.
have been okay. All his movies are kind of like
The
that.
thing is, the reason I want to press you on it is because I watched it and I feel like it's a fantasy throwback genre. It's got like outsider art in a way that is more Neil Breen than it is Harmony Korine. And I could feel my id wanting me to say I loved it. And I'm like, but did I really love it? And I think I walked away with like a 3.5 or something.
Damn.
But yeah, I mean, respect, dude. The contrarian in me. I love the heat that you're gonna bring.
I can't wait.
Just to recap on our great production team here. Oksana had Hellboy, the Crooked Man, the Soul Eater. The Soul Eater, that's another one you're gonna get a lot of shit for too. I think a lot of people call that like Red Room's light. Yeah, but
I saw another
I
review
mean-
recently that people liked it. They gave it, they threw the 10s. They did 7.5 out of 10. That's pretty good.
yeah, it's pretty good.
It had
Yeah.
it had a lot of stuff mixed into it, but yeah, I guess Red Rooms is
It's
one
funny. Red Rooms is kind of like, or Soul Eater is kind of like Red Rooms and Long Legs, which is your next one. Then Substance and Maxine. Evan, you had American Meltdown, Knits Island, Safe Word. It doesn't get any better than this, and Aggro Drift. Terrell, is that more or less horror movies than you thought Evan would have?
More.
And
I
was
didn't
it
think
one
he
and a
was
half?
going to come with any.
Yeah, true.
Period.
And then where I'm at right now, with my complicated bullshit, I think my favorite genre film was In a Violent Nature. My nostalgic pick for 2024 was The First Omen. The evilest movie of the year was Red Rooms. The best live experience I had was at Horror in the High Desert 3. I should just mention at a film fest that I helped run and a Q&A that I hosted. And I don't know what that
Which
says about me, but
usually would not make you favorable
No.
to it, so it's like extra standout.
not at all. Honestly, one of my highlights of the year, and this is not a joke, was after I talked about Baleful at Another Hole in the Head. The festival director and Terrell told me I did a good job, and I was just like, "Oh, I'm
That
on
was
cloud
great.
Oh,
nine."
yeah. Which,
did.
by
I
the way,
no,
y'all,
went
if you're
over
listening,
and told Oksana that, so he did good. That was perfect.
Dude, that
It
was I'm like, hey,
Mhm.
because if you're listening to this show this far into this episode, you know that all of us are so hard on each other that when there are moments like that, it's just like, oh, that's a real one. Like I can
Yeah.
give a fuck what these other people said. But when Terrell said, hey,
You
good
probably
job,
didn't
I'm like,
believe
oh,
it. Yeah, 'cause
oh,
when I get up
I
there, I
believed it.
always think I did bad every single time, girl.
Dude, me too.
My favorite was the ring, though. I had a lot of fun with that for 2024. The hosting that
Yeah.
ring, the Ringo. That was my favorite one.
Dude, the ring. I know none of y'all were there, but he killed it.
Yeah,
Came
that
down
was-
like a runway and that crowd went wild.
They did.
Are they
loved
all
it.
up?
Yeah, no,
Oh, yeah.
listeners at home, two of the entries of the Baleful, how he said he was going to split it up on the YouTube Deformed Lunchbox. They're up. Two of them are up on the Deformed Lunchbox channel,
I
and the other
know.
3 are
Dang.
scheduled. So go check it out if you
That's
if
a
you
bummer.
haven't
I don't-
gotten to see it.
I don't like that. I'm not
Um,
watching those. I like the movie the way it was supposed to be, the way he did it, because it was so good. That Baleful, I watched it in the theater with y'all, and that was a really good movie. The way he intersected all those shorts and how they played
Yeah.
together and they bled into each other. So to see them all cut up like this, I don't know. It's not going to be the same.
Yeah, I think it is. I will say it's the inferior way to see it. It's there's no, and I don't care what Peter says. I know he made it. It's his art.
I
but
know,
I
for
disagree
sure.
with him.
And I
think-
love the guy.
I
He's
think the
great.
movie is the solid. The single
Yeah.
cut is the superior way to view it.
1000%.
That's what people in the theater were saying too.
Yeah.
They loved it as is.
Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't
Yeah.
chop and screw that, but he did. So, number one, Russ,
Yeah.
what'd you pick?
So for my number one, my complicated category here. It's kind of perfect that Evan brought aggro drift in, because I kind of feel like he's the king contrarian. Although I'm gonna make I'm gonna shoot for the king here, and I'm gonna go.
Oh my god!
I actually was saying that this would be my contrarian pick,
That's what I thought your category was going to be.
or AKA my favorite in-world camera this year.
Okay.
And this, I've made people mad before. I've been known to pick my favorite movie as a
God
video
damn it.
game in the past. I've done shit like that I still hear about. And this time, I think my favorite found footage entry is going to be the Creep tapes. And
The
This
fuck?
is
I
a little-
almost did this too. To cut you off, I had a category in here called Best Show of 2024, and it was the Creep tapes. It's on here. So funny.
Oh,
but I
dude,
didn't.
we're-
I was gonna be honorable mention. So we're all girl. How are we in sync
Yeah, I got
right
some
now?
honorable mentions.
That
Dude,
is so
completely.
funny. This is crazy. I'm so sorry. Why don't you continue? But that is
No,
so,
no.
let me scratch it off. That is so crazy because I was going to talk about that in honorable mentions.
dude, I almost
This is funny.
there's a parallel dimension where I came in here as 5 o'clock I brought in 5 o'clock shadow.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
So we covered the Creep tapes probably more in depth than we have anything else on Footage Foreplay, and we didn't really do it under the banner.
Mhm.
I mean, it was this show, but we did a live stream over on YouTube and on Evan's Twitch, which is still available. If you want to go
Yeah.
on YouTube, just click the live tab and you can see them all.
Yep.
But the thing is,
The creep
I almost
talks.
called it the contrarian pick because, one, I don't think this got a ton of love from found footage fans. I think the main thing here is that I don't know if fucking Mark Duplass even likes found footage. And
He does.
I
He absolutely does. You don't see the thing he put on Instagram the other day about how he wishes people would explore genre and more interesting formats like found footage. Like he specifically
I
cited found
didn't
footage.
see that.
I
He,
didn't
he
see
likes
that.
Would you
it,
shut
yeah.
the fuck
You
up?
be
That
stalking
hurts
him?
my theory.
Mhm.
That hurt my goddamn theory that he hates this genre. It's probably making him some money. So he's like, you know what I mean? Like, he's probably trying to get programmed it
You
up.
and David Dawson and your fucking tirade against Mark Duplass. I love this guy.
I love Mark Duplass for kind of making his career something that he could elevate his friends with and keep that
Absolutely.
family vibe. I mean, that's kind of what we're hoping to do.
Right.
Also, he
He's living the
came
dream, brother.
He came straight out of indie filmmaking. Like,
Yeah.
with no compromises there. Like, Baghead is a fucking rough movie, but you can tell there's some talent, and it really lends itself to the Creep tapes. Like, I don't know. It's so weird, and this is why I don't rate movies 1 to 5 like bad, good. And I think it's all about the experience. I don't know if I would have ever put as much thought into that show if we weren't doing a live stream every week. Like, I had a
Yeah.
lot of fun
I agree.
because I knew we were going to be talking about a 20-minute show for an hour.
Right.
And it's like, we really need to dig here. And I think all the film references, all of the kind of shorthand context that he was giving without spending, a bunch of time on this exposition dump that, is so common. You know what? I got to give it to him. The Creep Tapes was a lot of fun, and I had a lot of fun covering it with you guys. So that's going to be my my contrarian in-world camera pick. And let me just double down. There's been a lot of good in-world camera movies, and a lot of them I had as like mentions. Pretty much. Yeah, don't show butts on there.
The flattest butt.
Yeah,
we
no
didn't even
ass
really
whatsoever.
talk about that when we covered that episode.
I can't say. I got a Hank Hill ass, so I can't say anything.
Oh my god.
We did talk about it. I talked about his ass.
Yeah, but like, what the fuck was he doing? Whatever. Y'all go watch the live streams. Those were a lot of fun. I do want to say that I think it does demand some respect as an entry into the in-world camera found footage horror lexicon. It's unabashed. It's not ashamed of doing the whole like VHS tape collection and exploring them, even though we do get a little bit lore heavy at the end. And I love the improv nature. I don't know, man. I think it's really true to form. I did have a hard time. I would have given it to Leech if it was released, but in our pre-show conversation, Terrell's like, "Are you sure it's released?" And I'm like, "Yeah, David's been selling VHS tapes." And then I sat there and I'm like, "I think I might be wrong." So I texted David and he's like, "Nope." He said, "I have one copy for $1,200 if you
Oh
want."
my god.
That piece of shit.
Is that the budget of the
I don't
movie?
know. Hell no. The budget's like $50 for
true.
gas or something. So we'll talk about that next year. But the other one I did want to put a highlight of was Milk and Cereal. I really liked that one, but
oh, okay.
y'all fucking hated that movie. So yeah, Creep Tapes. I don't know if it's because I like the show or I just like hanging out with y'all, but yeah, that's my last one.
Number one, okay, right on.
Oh,
Not number one, but
y'all came with it with these.
Well, yeah.
All right. So my last one, it kind of was said already, but I'm gonna just roll in with my honorable mentions real quickly after that. But basically, mine was basically the best movie for me for the year, best original movie, I guess you can say, and that was The Substance. I love this movie. This could have been the best theater experience because it was a packed theater when I seen it. Everyone was gasping, gooping, and going goo goo gaga into this movie. They were shocked by a lot of things that were happening. This movie had lots of blood, lots of blood. Like Oksana touched on all the themes that it played out with. I don't know. This movie was amazing all the way around. I liked the acting. The story was great. The cinematography was great. The had everything you would want. Like I was just sitting here like, oh, it was gross as fuck. Like that scene just now that they just showed with the guy eating that shrimp.
Yeah.
That was probably the most disgusting thing I've seen in a movie this year, probably. And he was just eating shrimp, but the way his nasty golden brown teeth was eating that, sucking on his teeth to the shrimp, it was nasty as fuck. But
I wanted to wash my hands after watching that.
It was so gross. Demi Moore was looking good. I hated how she thought how ugly she was, but I get it. I get where she was coming from. Like the part where she was going on that date and she just kept wiping off her makeup to go back and do it again and trying to look prettier because, oh man, I felt so bad for her. And then the grossness, how every time they would switch bodies, her body would deform and slowly the progression. I don't know. This movie was so fucking good. And I can't wait to own this on January 21st on Blu-ray and 4K. Yeah, I don't know. I really like this movie, and I want to watch it again. It was great. And I'm sorry. What?
No, there's an element of that movie that I felt like we didn't talk about, which is kind of the whole ordering shit from home.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know she goes out and picks it up at a locker, but there's kind of this weird thing where like there's regulation you would hope for a lot of big products, and this feels more like something you'd buy off Instagram. Because it's cool, or like
TikTok.
Etsy.
TikTok shop is huge.
Yeah, or
every time you're scrolling through, there's a new product that you could buy to better yourself, like the better under eye bags, the better everything, lose weight, your teeth, all this kind of stuff. So
Oh,
this
the
movie,
dentist shit.
yeah, this movie touches on and plays around with that as well. This movie's great. I'm so sorry. It's the best movie for me of 2024. If I think of what's my favorite movie of the year, it's probably that. So
I kept
Hell yeah.
switching between
to be my number
Vaccine
one.
and that
so good.
as my number one.
Flawless, easy. I left that theater, like, people were still sitting in the theater looking at the screen, like, as the credits were rolling, like, they didn't know what the fuck they had just watched. And it was so fun to me to see. And people going, and all that stuff. And it was just so good. I loved it. So that's a must watch for everyone. 2024. I don't know, 2025, you got big shoes to fill, girl, because 2024 can't wait with these movies. 2025, bitch. I mean, we got The Monkey coming out. We got that Wolfman shit coming. We got Presents. We got I Know What You Did Last Summer sequel. We got Megan 2. We got a lot of these movies, but are they gonna be as good as what we just watched? I don't know, but we're gonna see. So,
yeah, hit your honorable mentions. I got a
I'm
few
just gonna
too.
do it. We can go backwards, I guess, or something. But basically, honorable mentions, just a few. I'll just touch base. The best character of the year. Oksana was with me when we watched this movie, and I still say this quote on almost a daily basis. MESS. Why? Because it is Solange from The Front Room, A24's movie with Brandy. And Brandy wasn't the standout. I love me some Brandy, and that was the draw in. But the standout was that old lady, Miss Solange. She was shitting up a storm, shitting all over the bedrooms, screaming, MESSME, bitch, you crazy. She was my favorite character. She had she shows up that black veil at the beginning. And once that veil comes up, that's when the movie started, bitch. Go watch The Front Room. It hasn't been hit Blu-ray yet, but that movie, the movie's okay. It was different from what I thought. I think me and Oksana kind of touched on that. But that character is the character of the year, bitch. Solange from The Front Room. Remember that movie, Oxy?
Yeah, Solange, she was like 4.5 feet tall, and she just like
a character
took over that entire movie. She had like an 8-foot tall presence, but she was tiny and loud.
Yeah, she was
good
great.
Pick.
And other honorable mentions, I wasn't talking about Heart in the High Desert. That was great. Like you said, that in that theater when we watched it, everyone was on mute, bitch. You could have heard a pen drop, a pencil drop. Yeah, because So I was not feeling well that day too, that night, and I wanted to cough so bad, but bitch, I knew if everybody would be hearing me in public, look at me like I'm crazy. So I was trying to hold that shit in. But that movie was great. I'm ready for part 4. Mr. Crockett, I mentioned earlier, that was on there.
Yep.
And the last one I had on here was Azrael. So Azrael, this was
nice. I gotta watch that.
That one was so good to me because it was like I like the Buffy the Vampire Slayer type of character, and I feel like Samara Weaving did a great job as this main role. It's a movie where it's all silent, and basically you're watching what's happening. I don't know, this movie was so good, and she had to fight these like uber monster like people and like this cult. So basically, she had to go through, save her friend or whatever, and she was going up against these beings, and they can't speak or make noises because they don't come get you, whatever. Azrael was really good. I think it's streaming on Shudder right now, so if you guys haven't seen it, I would check that out.
Shudder AMC Plus.
That one I had a lot of fun.
Did you see
with.
that guy's previous movie, Cheap Thrills? That shit is fire. Oh, you should watch that. You would like that, Terrell. It goes off the rails.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
Cheap Thrills is the name of it. Yeah.
And the last one
I think you'd like that.
I think I mentioned earlier was Anora. I love that movie. There's a lot of memes in this movie. And Anora, the girl Mickey Madison, she played in Scream 5, so alumni of my favorite franchise.
Oh yeah.
She was so good in this movie, and I really like this movie. I can't wait till it comes to Blu-ray. I love what's the director who did that? He did Red Rocket and Tangerine. Sean Baker, love Sean Baker. He hit it out the park with this movie, and I highly recommend y'all watch that. It's 2024 again.
I want to see this one.
I'm gonna tell y'all, I ain't gonna hold you. This year has some great picks. It's so hard to narrow it down, which is why I didn't want to do that. To narrow it down to 5 because I loved all these movies, and I gave them all 5 stars. I think everything I mentioned has a 5-star rating on my letterbox. So. Yeah, 2024.
Yeah, all those that I rattled off were 5 stars as well. I'm gonna tear through a few honorable mentions.
Sure, yeah, your turn. Yep.
And none of these are 5 stars, but they all were they're making my top 40 list, which I will link to eventually on our socials once I make it.
Can't wait.
I do that every year. Top 40 of the year, yeah. But so my first one is Under Paris, which I believe Russ talked about on the show.
I haven't seen that yet.
That was one of my mentions too.
That was this year.
Get ready for part 2.
It is a shark movie.
Oh, they're doing a sequel?
That one's so good.
Oh, well, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I love shark movies. I think, as I've mentioned before, and this is the shark movie of the year. If you're a shark movie fan, this is the one you gotta see. I feel like. But yeah, it's great. I liked it a lot. You can watch it on Netflix, and you should. All 104 minutes of it are tight.
Oh my God, are we gonna do 39 more of these honorable?
No, you got 4. There's 5 total honorable mentions.
Okay.
The next one, another UF alum, Mind Body Spirit.
Tight.
Oh, I forgot. Oh, bitch, they ain't sent my
Fantastic
Blu-ray.
movie.
I had to reach out. How Massacre Video is playing. I pre-ordered this movie way back in June or July, and the shit still ain't out. Did y'all get your copies?
I didn't order.
No.
it.
Oh, never mind.
Gotta.
Sorry.
I'm
Continue.
poor, dude. I live in a shed.
Way to
I'm
out
trying to
us,
buy. I'm
dude.
trying to buy like finish for the walls. But yeah, Mind Body Spirit just hit Shudder and
Finish for the
AMC
wall.
Plus. Yeah, I'm trying to buy. You can see insulation, brother. I'm trying to not,
Don't tell all your business.
gonna upgrade.
You're already
I
in
know.
the shed.
We're building a studio in here. We're getting it right now. I'm in the middle of it.
You saw
But-
the TV glow with that light.
Ooh.
Check it. You can watch Mind Body Spirit on Shudder and AMC Plus now. Fantastic emerald camera movie. Watch it if you're a fan of found footage. Next up, Flesh Games. Our boy David Dawson.
That was this year? Oh,
Technically,
duh.
because he released a physical version of it, the Blu-ray and everything. I think he did have a small run of like 30 tapes last year, like at the very end of the year. But yeah, Flesh Games, fucking killer. Go buy the Blu-ray from SRS Cinema.
Hell yeah. Ron Bonk.
Great movie.
Yeah, dude. Ron Bonk.
I love
That's
that
right.
movie,
Great
too.
movie, dude. Yeah. Next up is one I don't think I have mentioned on the show, and I don't know if y'all have seen. A movie called Wolver's Stain that I initially saw at Chattanooga, I think, a couple years ago, 2022 or 3. And it's Stoney Claire McKenzie fighting to bury blood dreams in a grisly past, builds herself a new life by hustling a mind-altering elixir. It's a really like slow burn kind of horror adjacent sort of thing, fantasy movie where these people sell an elixir that like keeps them from being werewolves. It's pretty fucking cool.
Tight.
It's
yeah,
like the
really
werewolf movie
artsy
that
kind
came
of
out
thing.
this year. Similar-ish.
Yeah, maybe a good
'Cause they
double
get
feature. I need to see that
sprayed
one too.
So they don't
This one's
turn.
definitely a different vibe now. It's not like super action like that one. I think is action.
It's action, yeah.
Right. This one's more of a slow burn.
That didn't make my
piece,
list.
but-
Yeah.
And then the final honorable mention was Rap World, Conor O'Malley's in-world camera movie.
I still have to watch it.
It's fucking it
I never
rules,
heard
dude.
of it.
It's on YouTube.
Well, it didn't make
Check
it top
out.
5, so.
It
It
rules.
didn't.
Well, I
Must
mean,
not be that good. It should have been
I
number
gave it
1.
4.5.
Everything you name, I think would have been a better number 1 than Agrio Drift. Girl. Period.
All right.
I mean,
Let me do
Conor
some
O'Malley
honorable.
was hanging
It's
out with
Russell's
Harmony
time.
on Instagram. So
So you're jealous. We get it.
no, I'm just
all right.
saying. So he thinks it's
Honorable mentions. There are a lot of fun movies this year.
Mhm.
If we're going to talk about UF alum, Frogman, of course,
Oh,
Invoking Yell
yes. I fuck
came
with
out.
frogs.
Anthony Cousins. Shout out to our first guest on Footage Foreplay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Love that, man. Then here we go. Immaculate, of course, loved it. Civil
Mhm.
War. Did we even talk
girl,
about
I didn't
that?
even talk. I
I
have
gotta
it on
watch that.
here. Oh, Civil War.
Dude.
Girl.
Yep.
Yes, that movie.
Loved
I'm
it.
surprised I liked that movie. It's so good. I feel like I was in the movie. Like literally.
Yeah.
It was so scary. That's a horror movie for real. I don't give a fuck. That
Yep.
shit was scary as fuck to me. Great movie.
I actually thought you were going to pick it in one of your top
I
5.
know.
so
I scribbled it out.
I get it. It's a tough year. So then we also have a little, we got some weird, also Nosferatu. I got to say, we just came off an episode where I talked about how much I loved it.
Mhm.
I just didn't have room for it. I do love it, despite our Discord now joining together to talk shit on fucking Eggers. Like, what the hell?
I mean, I get
Whatever.
it for the
I'll be a
Lighthouse, that fart ass movie. I did not like the
I know.
Lighthouse at all. And
I liked it.
Northman
It
was
rules.
okay, but Nosferatu was the best one to me.
I like Northman.
Yeah, Northman. I
like
love
that too, but I
Um,
think Nosferatu is my favorite.
Shout out to Sasquatch Sunset. That was a lot of fun. And then this is the beginning of the weird ones. Roadhouse. I really liked that
Oh,
Oh,
movie.
I
man.
remember
Me
you
too.
loved that one.
Yeah. Shout out to Roadhouse. And then the
Boo.
number 1 movie that's really a travesty, just didn't get put on any list. Of course, the prolific, the ultimate fucking superhero movie, Madam Web. It would not be 2024
Shit.
without Madam Web.
I actually like that movie though.
Hell yeah.
I forgot.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they all
I love
blend
Madam
together. But that was a good, I like that too. That was the best.
It was like kind of like
Sony-
Brightburn.
That was the
It's
best
like
Sony
an evil
movie.
Spider-Man movie.
Yeah. The only one of my honorable mentions that hasn't been talked about so far is Alien Romulus.
Bitch, nobody talked about Romulus. Oh my god!
I almost spit my goddamn beer out.
How do we forget
Holy
that movie?
shit.
That was a great theater experience. I was drunk as fuck. We were moving around with Russell. We had hella fun with Alien. How did I forget?
I don't know. And you know what's funny?
God.
I'm in the middle of listening to Scary Thoughts, fantastic podcast. I love them.
They're back.
They're doing all Alien movie coverage. I
can't-
literally an hour ago was just listening to them talk about aliens, and I'm like,
It's such a year is a long time. I mean, especially this year, which like is the only reason Smile 2 wasn't on my top 10.
I'm
or
shocked
top
it
10,
wasn't.
top
You
5.
hella like that movie.
I did, and I was saying it in terms of like sequels. I think it's one of the best,
Mhm.
maybe like of the past, like I don't know, 5 or
So
10 years
good.
at least. But
man,
it's been such a good year for movies.
How did
That, like-
I fucked that up? I don't even have that written down.
me either. What the hell?
That is so funny. And you know what? I love that movie. I got all the buckets.
We saw it twice.
I saw it twice. That's what I'm saying. I was going through hell trying to get a slipcover on the Blu-ray because all the ones that kept sending me are all slipless. Oh, there's a whole thing with this movie. But bitch, how did I forget?
Damn, we're on
They're all
the
calling
same page
people out
in good
on this
and bad.
episode, dude.
What?
They're all calling people out on this
I don't give a
episode.
fuck. I always do that.
Damn, dude. I
2025, no
fucking,
fucks.
I completely forgot. Damn.
All right,
glad
so
you
let's
mentioned
end this out with.
I gotta watch that too.
I know y'all. Russell said he had a resolution that he gonna answer people more when they reach out to him.
I am. I'm really gonna
Oksana,
try.
Evan, do you guys have any resolutions? I'll start with Oksana.
I similar to his not answering. I want to not put things off.
So don't
I
not
wanna, like-
procrastinate.
Yeah, I've had a problem with procrastination and like time management for a long time, so I just want to like cut that
Yeah.
off.
Okay.
Also, did you hear Cliff right there? He was talking about Mater's sister because I think while we've been recording, he's watched Cars on the Road 2 times.
I didn't even know you
maybe.
had a
No,
sister.
once, and then he watched a Miss Rachel video where he's trying to beatbox.
Cliff,
It's the
you wanna say-
cutest thing.
You want to say hi to Terrell? Say hi, Terrell.
Well,
No,
fuck
he
me,
found
right?
it. He found a car.
Well, because he says it so well is the thing. Evan's easy. Like you're just you're. Anyway, so Evan, what is your resolution?
He said it's raining.
You know, I
Also,
don't
yeah,
know. I
fuck you,
think
Evan.
Just to
I don't have any, so
kind of similar to Oksana's, I think just be more efficient with my time management and take better care of myself, you know, and yeah, just kind of continue. I've started some of these trends toward the end of the year. I want to keep them going. I don't know. I try to be reflective more than just at the end of the year, though, you know, so I don't really usually set like resolutions because I try to reflect as constantly as I can and, you know,
So when
like,
you're editing this
change
episode,
things.
can you put in him talking about trying to get in the K-hole, like from earlier in the episode? At the next
What's wrong?
up right
What
here.
does that have to do with anything?
You're like, I just want to do better and reflect on myself. I also
No,
want
I'm
to get
just
in the
talking
K-hole.
about reflect on time. I'm talking about time management and shit like that. What's wrong with there's not I didn't say I want to get in a K-hole. I said I would try ketamine. What? That's two different things.
Earlier. All right.
No, roll the fucking tapes back.
Roll-
But
All
yeah, no,
right.
just in general, yeah. You know.
yeah, I don't have resolution. I thought of one. I was trying to think of something clever, like be nicer to only found footage fans. I don't know, but then, but I think I should because he coming for Mr. Evan now. Because Evan, you stirred the pot, and he coming
did
for
stir the
he's
pot.
doing a giveaway in your favor to make to get a punishment to
yeah.
you, girl, because you
Wait,
stirred
what?
the pot. Yeah,
Yeah.
Where
you
is
don't be
that
on
happening?
Girl, y'all missed out the tea. All over the Instagram, he posted he's doing a giveaway to get Evan back for what he did. You know, I posted about the end of the year and I posted all the guests that we had on the show. He reposted it. Evan reposted it saying all the hosts and all the co-hosts
Yeah, you know
and the
the
goblins, and he put a
saying
line
is like
to him.
the saying is like ghosts, ghouls, and goblins. Oh my, you know. And so I changed it to hosts, guests, and goblins. with a
and you put
question
the
mark, and had
line
an
to
arrow
only
pointing
found
at only
footage
found
fans.
footage fans in the mask.
So he mad. Mhm.
And so yeah, and then the next thing was oh my with our
Uh-oh.
link, and then
So,
now he's mad.
When this episode
So-
goes up, y'all go Only Found Footage Fans Instagram and go enter the giveaway. It's very easy. Go take a look. Overlook Theater. I'm sorry, the Footage Foreplay account shared it, so y'all can go take a peek at all that.
Oh
So yeah,
my
Evan,
God.
you in trouble, girl. You in danger.
And oddly enough, Terrell was the last one saying he needs his ass beat, too.
I sure did. And I think
Right?
that
Yeah, what
was
the fuck?
worse. That was worse than what you did, bitch.
What the fuck is that? Yeah, I was just like quoting a normal, like that's a common,
But
that's
what
like
I
an
said
old
was
phrase,
true.
you know?
They needed their ass beat for that motherfucking movie. I don't care what nobody
Oh
said.
my God.
Needed their ass
dude.
beat. You know that staycation. Oksana, you ooh, I was so puzzled by your review. But that movie
I
was
was feeling generous, I
horrendous.
guess.
You were the
She was in the
Christmas
spirit of the holiday.
She
Yeah.
was in
You
the
know,
spirit of something, girl.
nothing-
That ghost in that bedroom or something got a hold of her. Because that movie was not it. That movie
Nothing
was
can be worse
horrible.
than bootyology.
Oh, that was
So I
bad.
don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I agree.
shit,
It wasn't
that was
Actually,
great.
rough.
that was bad too. Ooh,
But
there's too
I
many
think-
bad ones.
Yeah, like well, I said in my review, it's just like it's a following host Zoom movie that was made during lockdown. So like I guess I don't know. It wasn't good, but I'm not mad at it for that.
Well, we had fun with it. Y'all played all those clips, so I don't know what the
Yeah,
reception
yeah.
was from that. It was fun. We made it fun. It was funner than Bootyology, I agree, because that was, whoo, girl.
Ooh.
He need his
I
ass
And
hope
beat
that
for
people
song got
that.
stuck in my
stay
head
tuned.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope people stay
my
tuned
God.
after the Footage Foreplay outro theme on the last episode for their final gift.
Dude, what
All
about
right.
Gooba Gooba Ga? What was it?
What?
Go Go Go. Oh, One Piece.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
stupid.
Yeah, yeah.
Stupid movie. All right,
Gucci
y'all.
Gotcha.
Well, this was fun. 2024 went out with a bang, and I'm excited to see what 2025 brings. We're going to cheers to 2025 again,
Cheers.
y'all. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
I don't think I have
Thank
any
y'all
left.
for
so
listening
that's-
to us.
I took
one
one
Yeah.
with Outshell earlier, though.
You
So.
could have lied. Stop fucking up my
I know you
accent.
could have lied.
Well, the thing is, I took one with Outshell earlier, so I made up for it. You know.
Oh my God.
All right, so that's it for this week's episode. We'll see y'all next time. Bye.
Happy New Year.
Bye. Happy New Year.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to Footage Foreplay. If you enjoy the show, please consider leaving a review, sharing it with a friend, or simply hitting like. These small gestures are a great free way to support this mayhem, and if you find some footage we should be fondling, email us at footageforeplay@gmail.com. Check back every Tuesday and Thursday for new episodes, and remember, don't skip the foreplay.
Uh-oh. Terrell dropped out.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. He's coming back. Did you hear?
Yeah.
He's coming back.